When it comes to machine control, there are two different levels. There's 2D, or two-dimensional, and three-dimensional. A 2D system gives grade and slope from one point to another. It's depth and angle. So if I want to dig a trench 100 feet long at a 1% slope, it keeps you there so you're even across your whole ditch. You have a 1% grade from start to finish, and your length is 100 feet. In 3D, you have GPS receivers on the machine and a base station sending corrections to the machine. A 3D job involves a model of the job site. So a model is a digital print of what the engineer designed. A company takes that print, turns it into a model that we can put on a flash drive and put in the controller in the machine. The operator takes that model and goes to work. There are no grade stakes. He just digs or moves material to the proper height, depth, and angle by himself. Trimble offers a wide variety of products, from a very simple 2D excavator system all the way to a state-of-the-art 3D install. So any customer that moves dirt is a prospect for SITECH Northeast. Large, small, all the way from 305.5 or even 301.7 to the largest excavator, and any bulldozer that Caterpillar makes can be outfitted. So somewhere from around a Caterpillar 311 up through maybe a 335, and then D1 through D6 bulldozers seems to be the key components that we install most of our product on. Machines can be any age. It really depends on how well they're maintained. So when you're talking about tolerances under an inch, the machines can't be loose, sloppy, pins need to be tight and well maintained. As long as the machine is tight, we can retrofit almost any machine. A customer that doesn't think they need technology just doesn't know they need it. The best prospects for technology are really customers that embrace technology personally, that want to grow their company, but not necessarily add headcount. So the technology makes them more efficient without having to add people. It makes their operators better, and it makes them more competitive in their marketplace. So the first step really is identifying a need. The customer may not identify the need, but either the Milton Cat salesman or the SITECH salesman does. So they go visit a customer on a job site, or they hear of a job. So they go visit the customer, together usually, and identify how can we help the customer improve. Maybe the customer's already said, I want to buy a new excavator for the job. So the Milton guy calls up his SITECH representative and says, let's go see this guy and see if we can help him out. And before you know it, we're off doing a demonstration. So that's really the next step. Get the technology in the customer's hands. Once you convince a customer to look at technology, that's when the ball starts rolling towards sale. The interaction between the Milton rep and the SITECH rep varies depending on the customer and the comfort of the customer. Sometimes the Milton guy is involved all the way to the end. A lot of times they'll wrap up their excavator or bulldozer deal, and then the SITECH rep will work to develop the best technology use depending on the job or what the customer feels comfortable with. Usually after an interest, there's a demo. We try to host them at a Milton Cat facility with our own demonstration areas where we can set up a controlled demo. We already have models built, we have machines equipped, and the customer can come to us into our house and we can show them exactly what Milton Cat and SITECH Northeast do together.
The SSE group is a huge value in that process. Survey support engineers, or SSEs, can be brought in pre-sale. Part of the value of that is these guys have built projects before. They've built road projects, they've built site projects before, and so they have that experience. And when a SITECH salesman, in conjunction with a Milton salesman, because there's a machine involved, if they can bring an SSE with them on that visit, there's instant credibility because that person at SSE has built that project before, or has built similar projects before, or has built bigger projects before. But they're very, very comfortable on a job site. They're comfortable not only with the engineering portion of it, but the actual construction portion, whether it's with base stations and rovers and robots or even machines. A lot of the SSEs have thousands of hours of machine experience, operating experience, and that's invaluable. Our sales folks are fearless about bringing the SSE group into any one of their customers, whether it's a brand new customer who knows nothing about technology or someone who's already using a competitive brand of technology. Our SSE group is easily as comfortable talking to somebody who doesn't understand the process, doesn't understand all of the steps necessary in order to make the technology that we sell work, and break it down into tiny little bits that they can comprehend. Likewise, they can sit down with a group of people who are very experienced with technology and add value to what they're trying to accomplish as well. Because again, they've built those types of jobs before. They have that experience. And so that SSE group is definitely used as a consultant, whether that's before the sale, whether that's during the sale, or whether that's post-sale.
Usually, when you get a customer to demo, it doesn't take long and they go, man, how did I do this job without the technology? Their eyes open up and they realize all the value or all of the time they could have saved by having the product on their machines. Can they rent it? Yes. Is lease an option? Absolutely. Actually, most of our financing does become a lease. Or do they buy return from rent pieces that somebody else has rented that they can buy, still a good value, but not necessarily brand new? The opportunity for machine control and guidance is huge. If a customer digs a hole or places dirt to a given depth, machine control and guidance can help them with their job. They can be more efficient, they can do the job once and not have to go back several times to make sure they've met specifications. A majority of the customers that we have today still aren't using it. Everybody thinks it's for a large customer. As we know, it's for any size customer. Once a customer starts down the road of having technology, how it just continues to build. They can't get enough of it. They start with one machine, maybe one base and rover, and before you know it, their entire fleet is automated, either 2D or 3D. All of their foremen have rovers for job site check-in, and it just continues to roll. They realize, as customers, that they can't do the work and be competitive without technology. Well, the prime competitors for our product are Topcon and Leica. They're two technology companies that have been in the marketplace for a long time and have some ground hold in our territory. The major differentiator, to Topcon especially, is our technology is better, it's faster, it's very simple. And it's just a matter of pushing a button and swiping a screen. It's that simple to go to work. Any operator can use it. We've trained operators from 20 years old to well over 70. Some of them say, I don't need this. I've been operating for 30 or 40 years. You give them equipment and technology for a day and then go try to take it back, and it's a fight. Even though they didn't think they needed it up front, when you go say, all right, your demo's over, give it back, they won't give it back. They say, how much and where do I write the check? The range in cost to a customer can be under $10,000 to well over $80,000 to $100,000 per setup, depending on exactly what they need. That's where the SITECH experts really help. Does the customer just need a simple system that's $8,000, $10,000, maybe $12,000? Or do they need a state-of-the-art 3D system? We sell the customer the technology they need to accomplish their job. What's really great about Trimble is all the technology is stackable. So an $8,000 to $10,000 investment today can grow to an $80,000 investment 2 years, 6 months down the road, as that customer evolves to be in a larger contract. Once the deal is done, that's where SITECH really starts to shine. So that's the next part of the deal.
In Syracuse here, we have the resources and capabilities to handle all sorts of equipment related to machine control and site control. Every year, we have hundreds of pieces of equipment come through our shop.
Customers need to be up and running, daily when they're in season use. Chris Milton has made a decision that we need to stock full inventory that allows us for quick, turnaround time to get customers up and running. SITECH uses the same AX platform as Milton. We use it for parts, sales, rentals. Pretty much everything that Milton does, SITECH mimics everything that they use on a daily basis. Requests that come through from other sales and service coordinators throughout Milton funnel through SITECH, and we're able to look at the same inventory and team up together to make sure that, if a Milton request comes through for a rent or a sale, that we also can coordinate with them using the same inventory, same AX platform. We utilize the Milton Parts Department for our daily shuttles. We're able to ship stuff out daily and have it to locations really quick.
Parts make sure that we have all the equipment that's on the order, and we go through each particular item that's on there, all the equipment, make sure that the firmware is up to date, it has the proper software on it, any of the accessories that go with that. In addition to that, we test the whole system just to make sure that each part is functioning properly and everything is in harmony. We'll make sure that everything is hooked up together. We have an instrument here, we call it a bob, that we fire everything up. It's essentially a machine internally without all the functionality of the machine itself, but we can make sure that all the parts are functioning properly. That is performed on every single piece of equipment that goes out. In addition to that, we do have an optics room where we're able to test and calibrate lasers and total stations. We do repairs on all sorts of pieces of equipment, from Trimble, for machine control, for site control, bases, rovers, total stations. Comes into our shop. We have the capabilities of tearing each piece of equipment right down to the board level and identifying issues with each of the boards.
Some of the Milton shop locations have developed expertise to perform installs without the help from SITECH. This speeds up the process, allowing GPS-equipped deliveries to get out the door quicker. SITECH specialists then take over and complete the setup of the machines to make it operational and accurate. So when a new machine goes on site, there typically is a service tech that will set up the machine and make sure the machine is operating properly. And the SSE can actually help in the training of the operator. Sometimes the service tech will do the training, but the SSE, because of their job experience in previous lives, they bring a lot of credibility to the operator training as well. So they'll be able to actually communicate with an operator with some of our audiovisual equipment remotely, actually talk to the operator while the operator is running the machine, and he can see exactly what the operator is seeing, as if they are literally on the shoulder of the operator, but from a safe distance.
There's so many steps because you're talking about such tight tolerances. You're trying to get a large machine to grade a pad within the size of a golf ball. Well, that can't be done off the shelf. Everything has to be right in order for that to happen. The only way we can guarantee what customers expect from SITECH Northeast is to take every step correctly, so that when it shows up and we tell them it's going to grade within a golf ball, hopefully it's grading within half a golf ball.
Here at SITECH, we do have a pride level here. Every year we strive to grow and be better than we were the year before. We're excited about what we do, about what we offer, and how we can help our customers.
SITECH Northeast.